I'll go ahead and start recording either way. Alright, you want to open up for us or should I?
We're just best friends, so I don't know what to say.
Okay, I'll go ahead and start this out. Alright, you guys, so my name is Laura Piceno, and I'm super happy and grateful to be here with you guys today. I'm here with the famous Isabel Ramirez and Torres, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
And she's actually a really great friend of mine. She's been a friend of mine for many years now. We went to high school together, and she's somebody that has been here with me since day one. I mean, she's been putting in work. She has been, really running it up for her business and for herself and for her family. So I'm very proud of her. I'm very grateful for her. She's such a good friend, and she's so caring and so loving, and she's actually somebody I look up to because yes, girl. Because it's because like you be putting in as much, like you do what you gotta do to get it done. You know what I mean? Like you came to the school, you pushed in. How many years did you have here?
Like almost 5.
See, girl, that takes a lot of patience. It takes dedication for somebody to really commit and do that and get that done. You know what I mean? And especially like after what we've been through, you came and you finished that and you got it done. So congratulations, sis. I love you. You got it done, and I'm so proud of you. And I'm sure a lot of people are proud of you too. Let's give her a round of applause, everybody. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, those lights came back on. But yeah, you guys, so my name is a little bit more about me before we move on to Isa and our story. So my name is Laura Piceno, and I am from Salem, Oregon. I was born and raised here, and I actually, I've done a lot throughout my life, but I think one of the biggest things that have kind of had the biggest impact on me was going to school, for one, and also starting this business that I'm now in. So, I do want to tell you a little bit about me, but before I tell you more about me, I'm gonna let Isa take the floor and tell you some more. So, Isa, go ahead, girl.
Hi. My name is Isabel Ramirez Torres. Like Laura said, so a little bit about me.
Tell me a little bit about you, girl.
So I'm the youngest of 8 children. Technically kind of 9 since I have a stepbrother. And I'm first generation, so that was huge. And what was that?
Yeah, girl. And you were born and raised here in Salem?
Yes, I was born in Boston, Washington.
Oh, what?
And then I lived here all my life, though.
Okay, got you. So you moved here when you were young?
When I was like practically still a baby.
Oh, okay, got you. So it's been a while. Okay, got you. Dang, girl. And so what did you study for here at Chamacara? What were you?
I got my ALT. It took me 5 years. It should only take 2, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah. So you were studying just your basic, taking your basic classes in general ed, right? That's good. Congratulations. Okay. And so what's your goal with that? Like, do you plan on going back to school, or what's your goal?
Yes, after I take a break for a little bit to focus on my physical health.
Yeah.
I'll talk about later. So
yeah.
Break right now.
Okay, girl. So you're taking a break, and then you're gonna go back to school?
Yes.
Got you. During the summer. During the summer is a perfect time to take a break, especially when you're in school all year round. It's so relieving, and a lot of us need that time off. To really come back and get back together again. So
Yes.
I'm proud of you, sis.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you. Okay, so it's a beautiful day here in Salem, Oregon. We're at Chamacara right now. And we've been working in this business together for a while now, and so we decided to come here today and just tell you guys about our story, who we are, where we come from, and why we're here today. So I'm very grateful. I'm very excited to hear from Isa and her story, so I'm gonna go ahead and let her go first. Okay. If that's okay, you know, I don't mind going first. You go ahead, whatever.
Okay. So my story starts. So it starts on November 2nd, but a little bit about me before. I was walking, I could manage a lot of things. I went to school, I worked, I was in a couple programs actually. I stopped playing sports in high school, but I played them throughout middle school. But all that changed on November 2nd, 2016, because I was in a car accident. As you can tell, that car accident left me in a coma. And that was because maybe I'm thinking it was because of the injury and the trauma to my brain, and the fact that I lasted like a little bit less than a day, than a full day, or half of a day, so the paramedics and the police could find me. And once they found me, like, I was gone. Like, they had to restart my heart. And once they did, I was flown to the hospital up in Bend, Oregon. So, yeah. That was like waking up from a coma, which lasted like 3 to 4 weeks, kind of. It was hard because I was confused. I didn't know what happened. I had no memory. I had a tube in my throat and in my stomach. I honestly thought I could just run out of the room, but once my physical therapist started in the hospital, I could barely walk. Like, my legs were so weak that I could practically stay standing. So that's a big achievement because now I can do so much more.
Amen.
But, like, after all that, like, just the trauma with the hospital and all that, after all, like, it was my senior year of high school, so I managed to, like, get on top of it, like, everything. I got my remaining credits because I did a good job of my freshman to junior year. So I did got it. So yeah, I got homeschooled to get the remainder of my credits. And so I was good to graduate. Actually, when I graduated, I walked across that stage.
Let's go.
To receive my diploma, and that was exciting because the whole stadium, I didn't even know, like, I was so surprised, but they all stood up and, like, clapped for me and cheered me on. So that was really nice.
I remember that too. I remember being there in that stage, in that audience, and I just saw you, and I was like, Oh my God, like I think I didn't remember if I was crying or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if I was. You know, it was such a beautiful moment just to see you there, walking that stage. You know, I think it was with Mr. Brooks and Coach Hall, right? Yeah. Girl, I went crazy. The crowd went crazy. It was beautiful though.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm grateful for you.
I'm grateful for you too. Oh yeah, that happened. And so my therapy continued for a little bit, but insurance stopped paying for it, I think, and I got a walker, but I fell and I sat on top of it, and it broke, so my teacher went to fix it, but it doesn't work. So I exercised a little bit on it. But my plans now, since I graduated, to make it out with my AAOT, my transfer degree, I plan to focus on myself, on trading, and you'll learn about that later. And exercise, because I want to get up. Like, this will not be the end of me. And the singing, so my voice can get a little better. So yeah, that's like my story, I think.
I love that, sis. I
Thank
love that. And I want to know a little bit more about like your goals. Like, I understand like where you're coming from, you know, where you're at kind of at now. Where do you want to be in the future? Where do you want to be 5, 10 years from now?
So at the beginning, like entering college, I still wanted to be an FBI agent, like criminal minds.
Yeah.
But I had a bunch of issues with math, so in science, so that went down the drain. So now I'm gonna be a psychologist, and that's social worker, and that's really good because I love kids, and like I love helping. If I could help you make an impact, that's good for me.
Amen. I love that. So that kind of goes into like your why, right?
Yeah, it's my why of like why I want to start trading, because I know in trading that'll make a big difference and an impact in my income and the people I can help with that. Like, I love helping.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I remember like many times before, like you've told me that you want to help like your nephews and your nieces and, you know, your family too, and people that look up to you, you know. So I see that you have like that desire to really help people, not just yourself, you know. And that's something I really, really like about you, is that you're not just looking out for yourself, but you're looking out for other people too, you know, and those around you. So that's beautiful, sis. That's definitely. I always love hearing from you, Isa. You know, as hard as it is to hear your story, sometimes like hearing that, it really moves me. It is hard, you know, but it moves me at the same time, because it shows me that, you know, no matter what you go through, you can get through it, you know, and
never quit.
You can come out of it even stronger than you've been before. So, yeah.
Thank you.
I'm surprised I didn't cry on that one.
Oh, thank you.
All right, yeah, but.
So I'll continue with you.
Yeah. Let me tell you more about me. I got a quick message here. Give me a second. Okay, sounds good. So, my story might not be as hard to hear as it is yours, but you know, we all go through a lot, yes. You know, and as much as we go through, at the end of the day, and you never know what people are going through, right? Like, you never know what people have been through. And so I just want to tell you a little bit more about me. Like, obviously, I want you guys to know more, but I want you to know more about me as well. Like,
she always keeps a question. Never tells.
That's what she thinks. But not you good. Okay, no, but yeah. So I was born and raised here in Salem. Obviously, I went to McKay with you, so you know a little bit more about that. You know, I played sports. But I think what really challenged me throughout my life was college, right? Especially being like a Hispanic young woman, you know, and being first generation. Like my dad, he had his AAOT like us, like here at Chamacara, for graphic design. So I was able to see, okay, you know, he went to college a little bit, he knew a little bit about it. So I had that, but I was really one of the first to go to college. I mean, my sister, she actually went to Western Oregon University for four years or so, and she got her degree, you know, so I also had her to look up to. And so me, you know, I was always expected to go to college, get good grades, get a good job, and get paid, right? But going to college wasn't really something I was passionate about, you know. It was something that was more like pressured into doing. And so going into it, it wasn't like, oh, I really want to do this or I really want to do that for a career, you know. It was more like, what from this list of careers am I going to choose? You know what I mean? Just so that I could make my parents and my family proud.
Yes.
So it got to a point where I chose agriculture and food business management for many reasons, but for one.
Grandma.
Okay, girl. Yeah, sure. Thank you. But I think it just had a lot to do with being able to take that business worldwide and not just here. You know what I mean? So like my mom, she was planning on moving to Mexico, so having a business that she could also do over there, you know, because there's a lot of fields and places to grow plants and stuff, food, whatever it is. So that being, you know, I wanted to have my own business and food distribution, right? But that's something that I came up with because I felt like I needed to, right? It wasn't because I wanted to or because it was something that I was really like passionate about. I did find passion in it as time went by, especially just owning a business and having your own business and being able to be like your own boss, you know what I mean? And especially nowadays, like everybody sees like, okay, like yes, a good secure job is good, but but depending on one source of income and one like your income from a job is not where it's at. It's not safe because like COVID showed us, you know, you could lose a job anytime in the year and you lost your only source of income that provides food for you and your family, you know. So it's like, okay, it's time to think about how are we going to create more sources of income for ourselves and how are we going to take care of ourselves as well, you know. So it's not just about working, but it's also about, you know, your well-being, your physical well-being, your mental and your social well-being, you know what I mean? So throughout college, I went through a lot. It was hard, a lot of homework, a lot of stress, depression. You know, I went through a lot of that, especially because of all the homework, you know, and unfortunately I didn't get to really learn a lot of what I was taught in college. Most of the time I was just trying to pass, you know, the class. I was just trying to make sure I didn't get a D, just trying to make sure I had a C or a B or an A, you know, so that we can get those credits and so that we can graduate college. Because, you know, but my parents would ask me like, hey, you know, are you graduating on time? Are your grades good? Like, just making sure that I was graduating, but I never really got that support of like mental and I think social support, you know. Not to say it wasn't there, right? But it was just a little bit harder for our parents to understand what it was like to go through that 4-year university experience and stuff like that, you know. I don't know, but that was my experience. So, you know, college is hard. I didn't end up getting a job right after college. I did. I started working at a middle school as a teacher assistant. But my goal was to start working on making money and increasing my sources of income so that I can have my own business. So A couple years ago, somebody had introduced me, my really good friend of mine, Casey, thank you, girl, introduced me to a really good mentor of mine and her name is Wendy, she lives at a state out in Florida, but she was actually able to help me get a lot into like I Am Academy. You know, she's able to help me get into taking care of myself, not just like financially, right, but physically, mentally, socially, and she really helped me get like out of my comfort zone, you know, so being able to like talk to people, talk in front of an audience and stuff like that, and like even traveling by myself, you know, like that was something that I was able to do because she helped me get there, you know, and it wasn't just her, it was a lot of other mentors and mentees that were in the same business as me, but just being in this business overall has helped me grow in many ways, you know, like I meditate, I read now, I exercise,
yes.
I invest in myself a lot more than I ever have before, and it's not just financially, but like I said, physically, mentally, and socially, you know what I mean? So, and it's helped me even build my relationship with you as a friend, so that's been exciting, and it excites me to think that me and you are going to be traveling, me and you are going to be doing all these fun things together, you know, because a lot of this has to do with the fact that, yes, I don't want to be wealthy alone, but I also want to enjoy my wealthy life with you. You know what I mean? So like, I want to help you do the or have similar or same experiences where we can travel, where we can help our parents pay bills, where we can help children, and then you know what I mean? So there's so many ways we can help people, and I know you want to help people too. So I want to do that with you, and I want to make a change, you know, make a difference, and that has a lot to do with my goals and my why. You know, it's like I do want to start a business. I also want to help other people start businesses. I want to help other people increase their sources of income. I want to help people become healthier, you know, physically, mentally, and socially. I want to help people improve in many ways, you know, and so I hope that me and you can do that together, sis, because two minds are better than one, you know? And I know that you're very smart, you're very intelligent, you're very outgoing, you have such a good energy, and I think we could definitely...
Shout out to Lemon Academy.
Hey, that's for real though. Yes. I just want to say thank you guys for taking the time to listen to us. I know we took a little bit of time out of your day, but you know, you were here, you listened, and so shout out to you for doing that. Thank you so much. Take some time to like our video, take some time to subscribe to our channel, comment in the chat below in the comments, you know, ask us any questions.
Story question.
Yeah, tell us your stories. We want to hear it. If you guys want to hit us up sometime on Instagram, what's your username? Like at Isabel.
Isabel, so ISABEL _ Ramirez, so
yeah, we can go ahead and drop that.
Okay.
I think we could drop it for you guys below, so it'll make it easier.
Below.
Yes, and have a beautiful day, you guys. Have a beautiful week. It's Monday. We're about to run it up. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to us, and please take care of yourselves. Have a beautiful summer, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.